Hey guys, Aussie Tricky here with you, and this will be part one of my original series Enterprise build for the second pilot, which was the first episode with Captain Kirk and the crew that we do know from the series. So the episode where no man has gone before. So I've already done the production version, and I want to do this version too, and eventually do the first pilot version from the cage. So I had forgotten to bring the box with me, but this is the extra parts box that gives the extra parts needed, or the replacement parts needed for the two pilot versions. So I've taken everything out and put it in the main box. So but I still need paint references off of this and stuff. So this kit also comes in a version where it has this as part of the kit. My very first one that I built, which I pulled apart a couple of years ago when I redid it, and I'm going to rebuild it into my destroyer class. That one I bought, which was a first edition, also limited edition with all the extra parts in it. So we're going to make a start on it today. Basically we're not going to do a huge amount. We're just going to do some prep work for the windows. Basically I'm going to open up some windows on the secondary hull, fill some windows and so forth. So I'll have to go through the instructions, and basically I'll just work out which windows need opening, which windows need filling, and we're just going to do some putty work for that. So because they're windows, I use 3 different types of putty, which I don't have them all here with me. Perfect plastic putty is one of them. I've got Vallejo putty, which dries really hard. It's like a resin, and I use the Tamiya grey putty as well, depending on what I want to use it for. But if I want something that's got a bit of strength in it, then I'll go to the Vallejo putty because it dries like concrete. But for windows, I don't really need to do that for this. So since we're using different pieces, I'll be using 2 sets of instructions. That's for the grid lines, which I probably won't use. That's the main instructions, and that is instructions that come with it. So it has diagrams for the symbols of which holes need to be filled and which holes need to be open or filled, depending on whether they are opened or filled. So since we're changing the BC deck, we need one of those, and just a secondary hull by the looks of it. So that's our replacement secondary hull. The pieces that I'm not going to be using out of the production one, I'm going to keep to use as replacement for my destroyer class ship, since all the other ones are painted, and if I can put new pieces on, I will. Right. I think that's all the parts we're going to use today. Just cut the BC deck off. Okay, so PC deck, we've only got 4 windows open on each side, and on that version, the cage version had all 6 open, so we've got to fill some of these holes. So I'm just gonna circle the ones on here basically, so I know which ones I'm going to fill. Right, secondary hole. So basically we're going to fill that one, if I can find a texture that works. Let's try again. Okay, that one's filled. That one's filled. Those 2 are filled. Those ones are filled. That one's filled. Okay, that's filled, 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 and filled. Right, down here, filled, 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 and then it's going to be the opposite. Okay, filled, 2 filled, 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 right. Filled, 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 filled. I've got a few of them to fill. Filled, filled, and filled. Right. And apparently we have some to open. Which are marked with a square, so I'm just gonna do that on that one. Right, there's a open one there. There's a open one there. Any more squares? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have 3 to open and a whole heap to fill, so I'll do the right. Open, open, and where's the other one? Open, open. Right, have I got any drill bits that'll fit those round ones to start with? Too big. Right, must be my smaller size. Right, that's a fraction too small, but by the time we open that, that'll be fine. Perfect. Now, oh, that's going to be fun to open. Oh, I'm going to drill it out first. Okay. That seems to be a bit bigger, that window. And for those of you who saw my last video, how I talk about I'm having problems with my hand, I'm feeling it right now. My fingers aren't liking holding this knife, so I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. Okay, where are we? Right, now we can start filling some holes. Which is probably going to be pretty boring, but it's not going to take too long. I'm putting this on when I can't actually feel the windows or anything. As I'm putting it in, there's a weird sensation. Right, I can see that some of these are going to have to be filled a little bit more after this dries. And after I give it a sanding. That's that one done. Okay, BC deck. Okay, right, that's all we're gonna do for this one, because I need to let that dry so we can start sanding that putty down, make sure all the windows are smooth before I glue that into the top of the saucer. So that will be it for this video, and we'll get back to it in a week's time. At the moment it feels like I'm holding a block of ice in that hand. That's the sensation I've got. So the putty work ain't helping me at the moment. So yeah, as I said, that'll be it. So any questions or comments, guys, leave them down below. Why don't you hit that like button? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and thanks for watching.